Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah, and today is my birthday. Well, today we're going to have a live Facebook birthday party. And just so those of you on YouTube know, we film our live videos on Facebook, and then after they're recorded, I tweak them up a little bit, and then I shoot them over to YouTube so you all can enjoy it as well. I have many wonderful friends on Facebook, and I have many wonderful friends on YouTube, and I want both of you to have the opportunity, especially today, because we have so much fun stuff planned. Good morning, Vivian and Michelle and Caitlin and Linda and Stacy and Kimberly, Pat and Dana and Dawn and Vicky. Let me pull this down a little bit. Let's see. Karst and Linda. Good morning, all of you. I have a really fun cup today, and I'm drinking cold coffee, even though it's cold outside, because of my glass. Isn't this the cutest thing? Ready? Hooray, it's my birthday! Let's clink it in. I'm so afraid I'm going to knock this one over because I don't have a handle. And I have to tell you, I'm a little bit on the clumsy side. So hopefully everyone's clinking in. And it is my birthday today. The 12th is actually my actual birthday. And we're going to have a live video birthday party today. I'm going to make sure I said hello to everyone. Heather, Tammy, Marlene, and Jennifer. Joy, Leslie, Joanne, Teresa, Carol, Lori, Tina, Paige. Let's see, Carol, Nicole. Vivian said she loves my cupcake hat. Well, I'm going to do things in a little bit of a reverse today. Thank you, Vivian. That was very nice of you. Let me make sure I got everyone. Rhonda, Linda, saw Kimberly. Kimberly sent me a message yesterday. She said, I'm not going to be able to see your video. I'm going yarn shopping. And I said, well, actually, the video's tomorrow. Don't feel bad, Kimberly. I get mixed up on what day of the week it is sometimes, too. We're just so busy, constantly moving. Hi, Melissa and Tammy. Tina, see, make sure I got everybody. Let's see. Stacy, Misty, Carolina, Rhonda, Tracy. Well, good morning, everyone. Like I said, we're going to do things in a little bit of a reverse today. I'm going to talk about what patterns that we did this week, then the yarn, and then we're going to get right into all the giveaways. I was so excited. I'm in a blogger group that's a blogger crochet designer group. It's a private group. And I asked everyone if they'd be willing to give away some patterns. I had so many that I had to pick and choose. And so I have 7 different designers that are going to give away some patterns today. And then, of course, I have a yarn kit giveaway. So we'll get to that in just one second. Now, the hat that I'm wearing is my swirl cupcake hat. And I designed it in 6 sizes. And again, always remember when you're working on a hat or anything that's in sizes, everyone crochets differently, so be sure and measure as you go. Keep your tape measure handy, okie dokie. All right, so like I said, this one comes in 6 sizes. It is made with a chunky yarn, and I put a red pom-pom on mine so it looks like a cherry. I'm noticing my decorations in the back. I blew up 2 balloons and I got a little lightheaded, and I'm like, that's it. And now I'm noticing my pink one's starting to shrink a little. I'm losing one of my balloons back there. Oh, well, it's still fun. The other thing we did this week were these beautiful and fun, calorie-free, high-fiber cupcakes. My granddaughter calls a stuffed thing that is not an animal a softie. And so I called these my cupcake softies. They're about 8 to 9 inches tall, about 16 inches around. And I've got 2 here that I made. They're super fun, and I'm just going to use them for decorations for my birthday party. The other thing that we did was these fun and little cute pin cushions, and this is a pattern I wrote a few years ago. And what I did is I made a brand new video and updated the pattern and had one of my testers go over the counts, make sure the stitches were right. And these are super fun. Anybody who sews or quilts or crochets or knits or does anything crafty with needles and pins can use one of these. And one thing I discovered that someone told me is when she makes a pin cushion like this, sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. She gets some of her old buttons that she doesn't use anymore. Like you bought a set of 6 and you only needed 4 or 5 of them. And so you throw them in a jar or something. And she puts about 10 or 12 of those buttons in the bottom of her pin cushion. And then she stuffs it. That way it has some weight so it doesn't roll all over the place. Alrighty, so we did this week. And all 3 of these patterns are free patterns on my blog. And of course they're on YouTube in videos. Let me move the screen down a little so I can make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, I don't see any questions that I missed. Let's see. All right, now, what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the designer and tell you about it and how you can find them. And before I tell you about all the giveaways, next week I will reveal the winners of the giveaways, and it will be your responsibility to contact that designer. And I'll give you the information on here. It'll be on the blog. And how do you get involved in the giveaway? You want to know how, right? So all you have to do is either comment here on my live video or comment on the YouTube channel when I send it over there on this exact video. You can comment on either or both. And what I do is I just grab all those names and I throw them in that random generator, and I'll pick one person's name per giveaway, all right? Are you ready? All right, let's look at what we got for giveaways. I'm going to click over to my other camera. All right, now I've got 7 different designers that I'm going to use. This is Elizabeth Spivey of Callie's Clips and Crochet Creations, and her name on the blog is the link to her Facebook page. Then you'll have the Ravelry Shop link. And what you can do, she's willing to give away 1 pattern of your choice. And all you have to do, run over to the blog, and I'm going to put that blog link here on Facebook and on YouTube underneath the video. Click on that Ravelry Shop and look at all her wonderful patterns. That way you can see that she has more that are free as well. And you can get an idea of what you'd like if your name was chosen. So the 7th one, I'm going to go in reverse. And in case you didn't know that, Elizabeth Spivey's my daughter, and this is her page. She's giving away 1 pattern of your choice. All right, now let's look at the next one here. This is Kirsten Holloway Designs. Let me move this down. She's giving away this particular hat pattern, but she also has lots of free patterns. This is her link to her Facebook page and her Ravelry. Kirsten Designs, or Kirsten Hollow Designs. I said Holloway. Hollow Designs. That's another one that we're doing. 1 free pattern of choice. All right, now I'm going to scoot this up. This is Doriana of the Lavender Chair. And she has some really fun and interesting designs that you're not going to see everywhere else. This is her logo. And of course, here is her Facebook page, the Lavender Chair, and her Ravelry link. Again, she's got lots of free ones and lots of ones that are not. So when you go and look, you can get an idea of what you want, and you can also check out their other stuff. All right, so that's the 3rd one. I did them backwards, didn't I? All right, now we have, let me pull this down. I'm trying to get only one on there at a time. There we go. All right, the next one is Christine of Ambassador Crochet. And she's giving away 1 pattern of choice. Again, this is going to be her link for her page on Facebook, and this is her Ravelry Shop. She has a lot of things for the kiddos as well as adults. And her patterns, I find them to be a little bit more elegant, and I really like that. One thing you're going to find with all of these designers that I chose out of all the ones that offered is I tried to go with things that were different. Like my daughter does a lot of baby stuff and different things like that, and have different ideas and designs, okay? So when you go to that blog link that I add, here is her Facebook page and her Ravelry Shop. It's going to be the same for all the designers. This is Pia of Stitches and Scraps. The thing I like about Pia's stuff is she's got a lot of interesting things, but she's used a lot of stitches that I've never tried, and I really like that. And again, her Facebook page is here, Stitches and Scraps, Ravelry, and here's her logo. one free pattern of choice. All right, so we got 2 more. All right, Crystal of Crystallized Designs. She's also giving away a pattern of choice. Again, here is her Facebook page and her Ravelry shop. And of course, this is a picture of her wearing one of her designs. She does a lot of tops and clothing that are really pretty. And again, really elegant. And I also find that her patterns are very easy to read. And basically, I've done a pattern from all of these different designers at a different time that I have on here. And so I pick the ones that I know write well and have different types of designs. Of course, all my friends in my blogger group, I've worked probably all their patterns, and they write wonderful designs. All right, and so here's our last one, Trifles and Treasures from Tara. And again, here is her Facebook page and her Ravelry shop. And the thing about her designs is they're very unique. And she's got a lot of fun stuff. And I'm trying to think of the one that I made about 2 years ago. I think it was a toy. And it whipped up really fast. She does really good explanations on her patterns. And so I think you're going to like all of these. All of these designers that are going to be on here have offered one pattern of choice, except for Kirsten. Let me go back over there. And she's offering this one pattern, and it is adorable. And if you look close, it's got that star stitch in there that's just beautiful. When you get a free pattern from a designer, it's a great way to test out what they've done. And I had a lot more. Let me switch back to my other camera. I had a lot more pattern designers offer. So guess what? We're going to have more in the future, right? I mean, the best thing about getting a free pattern from a designer, yeah, it's free. Who doesn't like free stuff? But also it gives you a chance to learn how that designer writes, because every pattern designer writes differently. I try to keep mine as simple as possible and easy to read. I've said this many times. I learned to read patterns from a library book, and that was, you know, over 40 years ago, and they wrote patterns differently than they do nowadays. Very intricate, and they would use all these crazy abbreviations that you don't understand. Of course, today, with Google, we can look all that stuff up, so we are blessed in that way. All right, so just to reiterate on this, all you have to do is comment here or on the YouTube channel, and your name automatically goes in the drawing. All right, now we've got one more giveaway, and I have this kit that was donated, and I just love this, and I really hate to give it to you. This is a kit from Darn Yarn. It comes with the loom, it comes with the yarn, it comes with the hook and a needle, and it has this handy dandy drawstring bag to put your project in. Now I know the pattern that comes with it is for a dog sweater or a cat sweater, but it's a great way to learn how to loom knit, and you don't have to make what they tell you to. There are tons of patterns out there. You can just Google loom knit patterns, and this is the basic size of the small looms, because I have some also. This yarn is really pretty. Look how bright that is. And so this is the giveaway kit for my birthday. So basically for my birthday, you're getting gifts. Isn't that fun? And again, all you have to do is comment on this video or comment on the one on YouTube, and you're in the drawing. Now, just to make sure you understand, next Tuesday, I am going to release the names of the winners, and we'll do it just like I did here. I'll say the winner for each one. And then you will be responsible to contact that designer and say, hey, I want a pattern from Sarah's birthday celebration or from Sarah's party. And they'll know exactly what you're talking about. And then the winner of the yarn kit, the same thing. Did I show it to you up close? Get a good look at that. That is the cutest thing. Look at that puppy. I think that's a corgi. Anywho, the same thing. Comment here, comment on the YouTube channel. Everyone's name will go in that generator. And just so you know, it takes a good hour and a half to get everybody's name in there. If you're on YouTube and you have like a YouTube handle like Super Cool 127, put your name That way I can just grab the names, because if it comes up with these weird things and it doesn't see it as a name, it kicks you out. So that's what I'm thinking, because it always ends up that way. Okay, let me look through here, see if I missed anybody's question. Margaret says, the first time joining. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Brenda. And Anne-Marie popped in. Hey, by the way, did you notice my necklace? This is my necklace that my friend Tracy gave me for Christmas a couple years ago. And she had them specially made for all the girls in our crochet group. And it says Yarn Goddess, and it's got a little yarn skein or whatever. More like a hank. But anyway, I love it. I wear it often, and I get lots of great compliments on it. So anyway, it made me think of it, because Anne was part of our crochet group here. Does she moved away? All right. Vivian says she seems to never figure out written instructions. Let me tell you, when you're reading a pattern, Google is your friend. If there's ever a phrase or something you don't understand, Google it. But first of all, ask the designer, because designers don't mind if you ask questions. I say that all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm working with a girl yesterday, you know, because everybody thinks differently. And she was working one of my dog sweater patterns, and she didn't understand a portion of it. And she said, I just don't get it. So I read through it, and I thought, So I rewrote that particular phrase, and I just sort of wrote it differently. And she's like, oh, that makes sense. So remember, everybody thinks differently. There are people that are visual learners and people who need to read every line. So everybody's different. And that's why in this year, 2019, my goal is, when I write a new pattern, I want to have the written pattern, I want to have photo tutorials, and I want to have a video as well. And that's kind of my goal. And we're going back, like I said before. My nose is running. Like I said before, as we're going back to some of our older patterns, we're retesting them, updating the pattern with more information, and then we're making a new video, and we're also doing new photos. And so you'll probably see that quite a bit when I do that. All right, now, I was challenged. Is there anything special we need to say in our comment? No, Kim, there isn't. Nothing. That comment right there got you in. All the names, and if you comment more than once, it doesn't put you in more than once. All you need is one comment on one or the other or both, and your name's in. If you comment like a bunch of times, like you say clink and hello and all that, it's just one time your name is put in, just so you know. And as I say, anywho. All right, let me scan through here real quick, see if there's any more questions. All right, now, if you joined in late, don't worry about it. This video will always be on Facebook, and you can go to YouTube and watch it as well. Because what I do is I have a broadcasting software, and while I'm broadcasting to Facebook, it saves it, and then I can go in and tweak it up and stick it on YouTube. I'm still trying to find, my husband, I should say, is trying to find, he's my techie guy. He's trying to find a broadcasting application or whatever program that I can broadcast simultaneously to Facebook and YouTube. But because they're competing things, networks, or whatever you want to call it, I can't find one that will meld them together. Because like I've said in the past, I love my Facebook friends. I love my YouTube friends. And some aren't on one and some are on the other. And I want to be able to talk to both of you because I love you all. I mean, yarn is the language that we all understand. All right, before we go, I was challenged to tell you all 10 things you don't know about me. And so I'll do it real quick and then I'll let you go. All right, 10 things you don't know about me. Let me get my glasses on so I can read my writing. By the way, I got new glasses, and hopefully I got the ones for no glare. All right, the first one is, you know, today's my birthday, and today I am 56 years old. And I thought I would let you know that because I've often said, you know, I've been crocheting for over 40 years. And people are like, well, did you learn in the womb? No, I'm just one of those people that since I'm chubby, I guess I look younger. Oh goodness. So I'm 56 years old today, and today is my birthday. I wonder if that's why I feel older. All right, one other thing that you don't know about me is I love all crafts, especially yarn crafts. I can knit and tat and needlepoint and all those things and cross stitch, but my favorite is crochet. It is the most favorite is crochet. Number 3, I am a thyroid cancer survivor. I do have a scar where I had my thyroid removed, and I'm doing great. My medications are working. I'm feeling wonderful. The only side effect that drives me nuts is I can't lose weight. I'm working on it. I'm eating healthy and doing right, but yeah, I'm doing good, and no returns of the cancer, so that's awesome. All right, number 4. My favorite time of year is winter. The snowier, the better. And it's kind of unfair because a lot of people hate winter, but I get to work at home. And so I don't have to get up in the morning. My kids are grown, so I don't have to get up in the morning and brave the snow and take them to school. Or, you know, I don't have to get up and go to work because I work at home. And so I'm a little spoiled that way. And I love living here because they're fantastic at clearing the roads. And I've never, ever been stranded. I pretend like I am sometimes so that my son has to do stuff for me. But I have actually never been stranded. They're awesome at cleaning the roads. Okay, number 5. One thing you didn't know about me is that my favorite color is bright yellow. Not school bus yellow, bright yellow. Like that balloon. I guess that yellow one's over there. All right. Another thing you might not have known about me is I was born in Iowa. My mom's family and my dad's family are from Iowa. But when I was 2 or 3 or 4, I don't remember, we moved to Oklahoma, and I grew up in Oklahoma in the Tulsa area. And then, of course, my husband was in the Air Force, and we've lived all over the world. My son was actually born in Germany, so we've lived all over the world. But we've settled here in Colorado. We live in a town called Parker, outside of Denver, and I love living here. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're high enough where I've got a wonderful view of Pikes Peak in the mountains, and it's just a blessing to get to live here. All right, here's one you probably didn't know about me. Let me move these down here so I can see if there's any questions in there. I used to be a kindergarten teacher. When we lived in Germany, I worked in a school there as a kindergarten teacher, and when we came back to the States, I was unable to get a job teaching kindergarten, and so that was when I went to work for Walmart. I worked for Walmart for almost 20 years, and then I I quit. They worked me to the bone, let me tell you. It was a great company to work for at the time, but I love that I get to work at home now and get to do what I love. Okay, number 8. We're almost done. Number 8 is I am addicted to watching baking shows, even though I'm a terrible baker. Since we moved here, and we've lived here about 8 years now to Colorado, and you know, the altitude is different. And since we baked here, I have had such a hard time baking. My granddaughter, who is 6, loves to bake, and her mother makes these gorgeous, gorgeous cakes. And one year she made me this cake that looked like a big coffee cup, and it had chocolate coffee ganache on top and had a handle. I think it was last year, she made me a cake, and it just looked like a chocolate cake. And when you cut it open inside, it had a dog paw that went all the way around. It was the neatest thing. And she loves it. She does a great job. Well, my granddaughter has decided she's giving me baking lessons. And so today, this afternoon, she's coming over, and we're going to bake my birthday cake. Hopefully, I'll get a picture of it and show it to you. But she's fantastic. I mean, my granddaughter's always telling me things like, now, if you put an extra egg in there, it'll fluff up a little bit better. Or you better use butter instead of oil. It'll taste better. And one time I made sugar cookies, and she took a bite of one. She said, she calls me Oma. She said, Oma, did you put vanilla in this? It doesn't taste like there's vanilla. So, I mean, she's fantastic. Okay. Second to last one. I am the youngest of 4 girls. I have 3 older sisters, and all of us have 4-letter names. And the last one is they always spell my name wrong. My name is Sara with no H, S-A-R-A, and my last name is Sach which is spelled S-A-C-H, but it's always spelled S-A-T-C-H. And it has messed up my prescriptions sometimes. So anywho, that's 10 things you probably didn't know about me. I took the challenge and I'm passing it on. Well, like I said, just to get back to the giveaways, all you have to do is comment on the Facebook underneath this video or on YouTube underneath that video. All the names will be in the drawings. Next Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, I will give out the winners' names. I am not going to put them on the blog. You're going to have to watch the video. And I do it that way because if someone doesn't respond and I need to pick a second winner, I don't have to change the blog. All right? And I also get you to watch my video. Well, I'm going to let you go. I hope you'll have a wonderful week and a wonderful Valentine's Day. And remember, you don't have to be alone on Valentine's Day. Go to your local pet rescue. Either volunteer some time or get you a new friend. Have a great week, everybody, and thank you for celebrating my birthday with me.